And welcome to this very special edition of Queen City News at 5. I'm Alicia Barnes here in the studio.
And I'm Brian Blakely, live in Waxhaw, where we continue our fall neighborhood hometown tour. 5 o'clock Wednesday, you know where Queen City News is going to be. We are going to be on the road broadcasting from all these wonderful towns and cities around the area, showcasing what makes it so special to live here. Today, we are in Waxhaw, where so many people love to call this home, as we take a look live overhead right now. Before, 20 years ago, not a lot of people called this place home. They didn't like coming, they wanted to move out to Waxhaw to get away from everything. That's not the case right now because of all the growth here in Waxhaw, because it is really experiencing some crazy growth. So they got a brand new park here in downtown in the heart of that you're looking at as we look off the big water tower right there. Lots of cool vibey shops and restaurants. Everybody getting ready for the Autumn Treasures Festival this weekend. Big festival of the year, biggest festival. And then we also have found, as we always do, there are so many interesting stories to tell. The first of which is going to be coming up with Maureen Words coming up here in the next block. And then at the bottom of the hour, I'm going to be talking to the mayor about all the wonderful things that Waxhaw has to offer. And then, of course, we have a special guest with Jason Harper that is going to be joining us at the bottom of the hour, who is a resident of Waxhaw. And Alicia, as I send it back to you, so looking forward to the next hour, because this is a lot of fun. This is what we love to do, showcasing the Southern charm that we have with a big heart here of Waxhaw.
Yeah, Waxhaw, really a gem of Union County. Thank you, Brian. Can't wait. All right, we're continuing to stay on top of the breaking news out of West Charlotte right now. Charlotte Metro Police just detonated a possibly old and hazardous device at a home. It happened off of Pine Mountain Road, off of Mount Holly, Huntersville Road. CMPD and the bomb squad were called to the neighborhood this afternoon. And crews tell us right now that people should be able to return to their homes very soon. Well, due to the police activity in that area, there are several road closures to tell you about. At least 15 Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools have also been affected in that area. Well, parents received a voicemail late this afternoon about the police presence. Also breaking right now at 5, police arrested 2 people accused of leading them on a chase, triggering a massive police response and then causing a Mint Hill school to go on lockdown. It happened yesterday just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Yateswood Drive near Albemarle Road in Charlotte. Investigators spotted a stolen car that was used in an armed robbery. Well, officers say they tried to start a traffic stop, but then the driver of the stolen car then led them on a chase, and that car finally stopped near I-495 and Blair Road in Mint Hill when Robert Stewart and Brianna Plyler jumped out of the car and then ran into the woods. Their mugshot you see right here on your screen. The pair was arrested after a brief search from both the air and the ground, and each now face a slew of charges, including robbery with a dangerous weapon. All right, all new at 5 tonight, Wells Fargo customers facing bizarre balances in their accounts. The banking giant has faced steep fines in the past for fraudulent accounts opened with customer consent. Well, now a wave of customers are calling out the bank for unexpected charges. Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young has been looking into these claims. So Taylor, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Alicia, we know that the bank has experienced some kind of technical issue that has resulted in some customers waking up with money unexpectedly being taken out of their account. Now, while the bank says this has been resolved, many are questioning how and why this is happening. Now, thousands have taken to social media platforms, either calling out the bank for not alerting them about the technical issues or questioning if these withdrawals are even legitimate. This is what customers are seeing in their accounts. Transactions labeled as debit card pending correction. We've seen amounts range anywhere from a couple dollars up to hundreds. Some customers claim these charges have put them into the negatives. We asked Wells Fargo for an explanation for these transactions. A spokesperson with the bank sent me this statement saying, due to a systems issue that has been resolved, some customers may experience a delay in posted transactions. The majority of customers are not affected by this issue, and overdraft fees incurred as a result of this incident will be automatically reversed. Now, I did reach out to the OCC, which regulates all national banks, including Wells Fargo, tonight at 6, what the office had to say about these system issues. Alicia?
All right, Taylor, thank you so much for that update there. At least 2 people right now are dead after 2 separate shootings in a single night that happened across the Queen City. Now investigators are searching for who pulled the trigger. The first shooting happened last night around 10 at a convenience store near the corner of University City and Pavilion Boulevard. Well, we know 1 man died at the scene there, but details of a suspect and motive right now still unclear. The second happened early this morning on Winter Place near Ottawa Road. The victim has been identified as 34-year-old Simon Yemaine Smear. Now, there's no word yet on what led up to the shooting or if anyone is in custody in regards to this case. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and bring you the very latest as soon as we learn more information on both cases. Putting a stop to students making false threats at school. Charlotte-Mecklenburg police say that they're getting 3 to 5 fake threats against schools every single week. And Queen City News anchor Robin Kennedy joining us live tonight at CMPD headquarters in uptown Charlotte. So Robin, what are police doing about this?
Alicia, Charlotte-Mecklenburg police have a whole team dedicated just to tracking these false threats and making arrests. Investigators tell me very recently they've noticed another disturbing trend regarding false threats against schools. Police officers swarmed Audrey Kell High School on September 22nd, putting parents in a panic. All of the commotion was over a fake threat that we're just now learning police say stemmed from a swatting call. Someone called to say something false to spark SWAT to respond.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating not only to the department, but it's frustrating to the schools in particular.
Sergeant J.D. Williams helps head up the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department's School Resource Officer Unit in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools.
We're fielding anywhere between 3 and 5 threats, false threats.
He doesn't believe students have any idea of the consequences.
People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like.
CMPD is using the Think Before You Post campaign to remind students that they can be arrested for making fake threats, and it can follow them when they're trying to get a job or get into college.
We have the resources to be able to track that down, and we do it on a regular basis.
Sergeant Williams says parents can also face fines.
If you're going to give your child a smartphone, then you need to be a smart parent and monitor that usage.
Police say they're tracing every single threat.
If it comes out that you were just making a false post, now your parents have police at their door and surrounding their house.
Now, that same week as that fake threat at Audrey Kell High School, police in Concord say they filed charges against a juvenile through the juvenile court system for accused of filing a false threat and making a false threat of violence at Roberta Road Middle School. And also CMPD, it tells me that earlier this year, they filed juvenile charges against a student who's accused of making a post on Instagram and threatening to shoot up the school. CMPD says that student's parents had no idea that he made that post on Instagram. I'm live at CMPD. Robin Kennedy, Queen City News.
Robin, thank you. All right, taking a live look here over Capitol Hill, where we thought there would be a vote on the next speaker around 3 o'clock this afternoon, but now it appears that vote will not happen today. When it does, Louisiana's Steve Scalise seems to have the inside track for the gavel. The GOP caucus met behind closed doors all morning to select a nominee. The final vote was 113 for Scalise, 99 for Ohio's Jim Jordan. While Scalise's selection clears one hurdle, questions still remain, including whether he has enough GOP support to clinch the job in a vote on the House floor. It took his predecessor, you might remember, Kevin McCarthy, 15 separate votes and ballots to be able to get the job done. Following the vote, though, Scalise spoke to the media.
Obviously, we still have work to do. We're going to have to go upstairs on the House floor and resolve this and then get the House opened again. We have a lot of work to do, not just in the House for the people of this country, but we see how dangerous of a world it is and how things can change so quickly.
Well, Scalise says the first resolution passed will be to be able to make it clear that the U.S. stands with Israel. And that is a bipartisan resolution that was introduced yesterday and has the support of 390 members of the chamber. Queen City News is your official home of the Carolina Panthers. Black and blue bracing to face one of the strongest offenses in the NFL this weekend, the Miami Dolphins. Well, as the Panthers remain the only team in the league without a win. Sports Director Carla Gebhardt joining us live here from Bank of America Stadium tonight. So, Carla, Coach Frank Reich took to the podium today to discuss how the team will attack this game and possibly get their first W.
That's right, Alicia. And if they want to get their first win of the season, then they might want to think about establishing that run game, which is something that we know Carolina teams have been very good at in the past, but it's also something that they have struggled with this season, only hitting the 100-yard mark 2 times in the last 5 weeks. Now, they did hit 99 yards in that game against the Lions in their latest loss on Sunday, and that was mostly behind Chuba Hubbard, which might have to continue again this week because the Panthers let us know that Miles Sanders is dealing with an injury. He sat out of practice today. He injured his shoulder in the game on Sunday. He could be back this weekend, but we won't know for sure until later this week. So all the attention now going to go on guys like Raheem Blackshear, certainly Chuba Hubbard as well, and wide receiver Laviska Shenault, who had a couple of carries in Sunday's game.
Chuba has been a very good physical runner. He's had good yards after contact. He's a good player. He's just been a good player for us. Laviska, same thing. He's kind of a power runner. Like, he's a big, strong man. And, he's dragging guys through the hole. And he's elusive on top of it.
Knowing that I get the ball in my hands and right off the back, I love it. I love it. My skill set is to, make people miss and do this and do that. So I like it.
And a couple of other injury updates that we were let know about today. Xavier Woods and J.C. Horn are maybe a little bit ahead of schedule, so that's good news. They're probably going to reassess after the bye week, and certainly on the injury front, it is a goal this weekend to not get any more guys injured because, yes, the bye week is the week after this game with the Miami Dolphins.
All right, thank you, Carla, for that. The fight to get the first win remains, as you just heard Carla say. Black Blue Kickoff Live back once again this Sunday with exclusive interviews from all your favorite Panthers players as we get you ready for the Week 6 showdown between the Panthers and the high-powered Miami Dolphins. Well, the fun starts this Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning on Queen City News, your official home of the Carolina Panthers.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane, live here in the lovely town of Waxhaw on this Queen City Hometown Wednesday. It's another quiet weather day. We've had more clouds, cooler temperatures today, and eventually possibly a little bit of rain to talk about. I've got that, my pinpoint weather forecast next. Maureen.
Tara, welcome to Waxhaw. It is a perfect day here in town, and our first story is all about how perfect timing is, and we have a special guest with us this hour, the most popular man in Waxhaw. Jason Harper is here. Alicia, is it possible to have too much fun? Because I think we're having it.
Oh, I'm definitely jelly here in the studio. Don't be jealous because Jason Harper is the party. Yes, everybody in Waxhaw knows him. He's a household name. All those hometown stories and more. You're watching Carolina's own Queen City News. The most local news in the Carolinas continues after the break.
Look at that. I love that music right now. Welcome back to Waxhaw here as we continue our hometown tour. As Maureen and Tara were just saying, it just feels like fall out here. It's just a great feeling as we continue our hometown series. They've really made us feel warm here. They've rolled out the red carpet to make us feel very much at home here. As you can see, a lot of people behind me just kind of milling around, enjoying the day here in the shops and towns here in Waxhaw. Our crews spread out all over town here to help you tell the story of this wonderful town today of Waxhaw. We got Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane just across the train tracks from me. Maureen Wirtz, wonderful hometown story, is behind me down the road, getting ready for her first story. And then our drone pilot is Ryan Miloff today, flying high overhead, giving you those wonderful overhead shots of the town. If we go ahead and take that look right now, as we do look at Waxhaw, which, as I was saying earlier, it's one of the fastest growing areas in the Charlotte area right now as far as the towns go. 20 years ago, only 2,000 people lived here. Now, over 20,000 people. You can understand what kind of growth that has gone on here in Waxhaw, but it's also one of the oldest towns in our area. It was the Waxhaws, the tribe, the indigenous Native American tribe that was here earlier, first on before the settlers came in the 1700s. From there, it went to farming, then to textiles, and then to even a gold town. Yes, gold. This region, where we are right now, was where gold was first discovered in the United States. Talk about a nugget right there for you can have. Talk about Waxhaw. And of course, the people that came here, they are pure gold when it comes to Waxhaw, and that's where we bring in our storyteller, Maureen Wirtz, to talk about what a great time it is here to be in Waxhaw, Maureen.
Brian, I loved that little nugget. That was great. You know, things move pretty fast here in Waxhaw, especially if you think about how many people are moving here. But there is one place in town where things go a little bit slower and every second is counted.
I often think of them as being living things. They fight me sometimes. Other times they cooperate very well.
Everyone experiences it.
11.
But
got lucky.
each experience is different.
Just right.
Some are on fast forward.
Oh no, darn it.
Others slow motion.
Good afternoon, antique clock shop.
Kemp Heinbaugh's business
Come on.
is time.
Come here, you.
A tireless teacher whose lesson is hard to learn.
Patience. Extreme patience with mechanical devices, not necessarily with people.
He's been working on clocks for 50 years.
Just long enough to be dangerous.
And for the last 30.
Aren't they the ones that you can separate
Yes.
and bend back and they
Yes,
won't
you
break?
can.
So
Well, they might crack one or two, but
it doesn't matter.
there's so many of them, it doesn't matter.
He's been with his daughter,
So this is just kind of give you an idea.
Kristen Devine,
You can.
who couldn't help
So close to 30, yeah. Wow.
but be enthralled by time.
And never left. I think he said, oh, I probably should have thought about that first.
She's a great deal more patient than I and has interpersonal skills far exceeding those of myself.
They have the same favorite clock,
An E. Howard train station clock from Manchester, New Hampshire.
but others also capture their attention.
Those that do have a Westminster chime do sound amazing. We have a wonderful tall case that sounds like bell or chime. How perfect is that?
Though the seconds stay steady. As it moves on, it seems to speed up.
When you reach my age, weeks pass like days.
But even then,
That's perfect. Perfect.
it all comes together in perfect timing. So I asked them how many clocks they had in that shop. They said maybe 1,000. Brian, I think we were in a Disney movie, a Pixar movie when shooting that, because I think I saw Cogsworth, right, from Beauty and the Beast. It felt like a whole other world,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
loved it.
It was fantastic. I love it. And he is such a classic, a timepiece for sure. What a great story that was, Maureen. Thanks. Appreciate it. We'll see you here at the bottom of the hour with your next story. So let's go over to Tara right now and talk about the weather here. Tara, it's just been fantastic. You know, it just feels like fall out here. It feels like rain a little bit, but it hasn't rained yet, and hopefully that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the tracks from you, Brian, here right down from the Waxhaw Railroad Bridge. We're going to talk more about that here coming up in the next half hour. But yes, we do have the clouds around today. That kept a lid on those temperatures, not nearly as warm as yesterday's lower 80s. And we do have a little bit of rain that will only affect a few select neighborhoods. And you know what? Waxhaw here, downtown Waxhaw, could be one of them, getting some of that needed rain a little bit later on tonight and into early tomorrow. So we'll talk all about it here as we look live and check out those current conditions. We've got 66 cooler degrees today. The wind is nice and calm, and those dew points are sitting in the mid 50s. So that moisture level is coming up here a little bit now with those clouds rolling in and with a little bit of rain on the way. We've got mid to upper 60s all around, a couple of slightly warmer spots heading up the road into Concord. We've got 70 degrees, 70 heading east out of here from Highway 75 and out toward Highway 74 and into Rockingham, 70 there. 67 up in the foothills, Morganton and up through Lenoir, and we've got the upper 50s in the mountains where the sky has kind of clouded over up there today too. You can see all those clouds rolling in from the south and west on the visible satellite, but not much really showing up on radar yet, and a lot of this is really just drying up because it has been so dry in the air here lately before making it to the ground. Maybe a couple of sprinkles out there down through the upstate, but those sprinkles sprinkles could turn into something a little more substantial by later on tonight. You can see all that widespread heavier rain affecting the deep south right now. Heading in ahead of that warm front offshore and area of low pressure. And that low will actually track up the Carolina coast and bring us that little bit of rain, mainly south and east of Charlotte later on tonight. So that's what we're talking about. Areas of showers, not everywhere, just a few areas tonight and into early tomorrow. But by 24 hours from now, we'll be saying how much warmer it is and how much more sunny it is. So kind of the opposite of today. Instead of increasing clouds, it's increasing sun for tomorrow afternoon. We do get a better rain chance coming in for early Saturday with that next cold front moving in. We're down to 58 for a low tomorrow morning and warming up about 20 degrees and closer to 80 tomorrow afternoon with the help of that sunshine. So tomorrow, that low, there it is, heading kind of off the Carolina coast, but that's where the majority of the rain will continue to be. So let's check it out on Futurecast. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. By that time, we'll see some of that widespread light rain reaching upstate South Carolina and spreading a little more, possibly over parts of the Charlotte metro. But I'll tell you right now, uptown Charlotte, southern Mecklenburg County, going to be in the more favored zone for seeing some of that needed rain. South and east, of course, along Highway 74 and down through South Carolina as well. But everything clears out, so the afternoon is dry. And then Friday, well, it's back to more clouds again ahead of that next cold front that will bring us a slightly better opportunity for more neighborhoods for seeing some of that rain. So by Saturday morning, we could end up seeing up to maybe a half an inch or so of rain where some of those maybe heavier pockets do set up. And hopefully the clouds will clear out by Saturday afternoon, and you can check out, if you have those solar eclipse glasses, the partial solar eclipse. Maximum time for that here in the Charlotte area will be about 1:16 p.m. That partial eclipse ending at about 2:45 in the afternoon. Temperature outlook behind that front, back on the chillier side, which will help accelerate more of that fall color development, especially in the mountains, and more of that patchy color will be developing over the next 7 days, even outside of the mountains. And mountain forecast, if you're planning on a little mountain getaway, if you don't live there, just plan on some periods of rain throughout the weekend, Sunday too. Low temperatures in the morning, 50s for most of us, 40s up in the mountains, warming up the next 3 days before the front passes, and it's back on the cooler side going into next week. Queen City News Hometown continues right after the break. We'll be right back.
And it would make me feel horrible to be one of those victims, so I just feel for him.
Well, thieves hit more than 24 cars inside a gated apartment complex in the parking garage in the south end, smashing out windows and then shattering a sense of security. And it's not the first time that this complex has fallen victim to car break-ins. People living, though, in the building say they've gotten warnings about thieves for the past couple months. In a single night over the weekend, 26 neighbors in the MAA Reserve apartment complex in South End had their car windows busted out. Car owners are now covering up the damage, coming up with cash to cover repair costs and finding ways to protect their cars so the same fate won't happen again. Back in September, police arrested 8 suspects ages 13 to 17 for a summer crime spree near the building.
I'm scared because I do not want my car to be broken into. My reaction is get a life. I definitely think it's a very, very low type of person to do that.
And investigators say it's not clear whether the same teens are behind the recent car break-ins. All right, we're taking a look at downtown Waxhaw. Lots of changes here, but there is one thing they're all fighting to keep. Our Queen City Hometown stop continues after the break.
Queen City Hometown. We are live here in Waxhaw here, bottom of the hour, halfway home here. Great place that we are here. I'm sitting here on Main Street, right in the middle of the downtown area. There's just a lot of activities going on with the shops and restaurants and people coming out and just enjoying this nice fall day. Love giving you those drone shots. Let's take a look upstairs right now and get a look over the city and the town here of Waxhaw as our drone pilot, Ryan Miloff, loves to show everybody right here. And there's a lot of historic stops that are in the downtown area. And that includes the iconic overhead bridge. That was built back in 1888, and up until 1940, cars would drive on that iconic bridge. And now it's just a pedestrian bridge over the railroad tracks where those trains were going through earlier. It is a favorite spot here for everybody in the downtown area. Our hometown storyteller, Maureen Wirtz, comes in here now, and she is sharing a look at Main Street in Waxhaw.
At first glance, Waxhaw looks like a water tower town. Small town shops, slow Main Street, but that's far from reality.
No, never in a million years.
Nope, Jamie McCrank never thought her family would own a skate shop, but they went for it.
What color do you want?
And put Caleb, the skater in the family, in charge.
It's just great seeing him so passionate about something.
Speaking of passion.
We have 8 dogs. And I will say this out loud, I question my sanity each time I say that out loud.
Chris Malera's is right on the wall.
So that's Maverick, Zoe, Tucker, Max. He was going to be euthanized within like a 12-hour period, and we rescued him and he never left our side. Bailey, Chase.
Earlier in 2023.
We have a little 5-pound Yorkie named Jeter. Yes, we're from New York, Derek Jeter, right? All right, so Jeter.
He opened up Waxhaw Downtown Paws.
Without them, that light bulb probably wouldn't have went off and said, you know what, we can make this happen in Waxhaw.
Both are new businesses, bringing a big city approach to small town Main Street.
Really a town of opportunity.
Opportunity to let passion lead.
Everybody needs to come here at least once and try it.
Try skating, sure, or rather, try going big.
And what a great story that is. A fabulous event in hometown, being right there in the heart of it with the small businesses. Also, right now we want to bring in someone else here who is right along another treasure in downtown area. That's our very own Jason Harper. Jason, love being in your downtown today, buddy.
Man, what's up, Brian? I don't know about treasure. Treasure actually means old. I like to not think of myself as that, but you know what? Welcome to Waxhaw, Brian, and Maureen, and Tara, and everyone else that's watching. This is it. This is my neck of the woods, and we are in Mary O'Neill's. What's up, everybody? This is it. Listen, my wife and I stumbled in here 6 years ago, the day before they opened, and we ran into 2 of some of the owners, these knuckleheads. We've got Dennis and Kieran. Lee is out of the country right now. We fell in love with them. They are like rock stars in Waxhaw. So we had to come in here, and you guys spent a lot of time in Uptown with Irish pubs over the years. Why Waxhaw? Why did you guys come to Waxhaw, Kieran?
A couple of reasons. Number one, it kind of feels like home out here. It's small, it's condensed, it's that family feel that it's got going on. It almost looks like a little small Irish town.
Yeah.
We saw this building, we fell in love.
Well, some of the other things we fell in love with are these guys. And Dennis, they were really excited about being on TV. And I was like, really, everyone just wants to hear your accent. That's really what it's all about. But what's been the best part of being in Waxhaw, Dennis, for you guys? I mean, because everyone comes to Waxhaw, they come in for a pint, they come in for food, they come in to watch soccer. I mean, this is, you guys just bring it all together.
Yeah, it's just meeting the people of the neighborhood, and, you know, they become friends, really. First it's customers, but gradually you get their phone number, you hang out with them, and it's just, we're building up relationships, and it's just been great fun down here.
Well, listen, we have to step out of the way for a second, because the star of Wednesday nights when you come to Mary O'Neill's is this stuff. It is like prime rib special on Wednesday night. This place is ridiculous. Brian, you're going to have to walk down the street in just about 30 minutes. And the fish and chips, of course, these are traditional. You got the pints, you got all the great people that are in the background. And guys, before we go, you told me something just a while ago that I actually was shocked by. I just assumed that all Irish people get together and do the whole Irish toast, Irish blessing, you know, with the, I don't even know what it is, the wind in your front, the sun on your back, and the...
There are 2 of them, but they're not really, like, I can't remember saying them growing up. But
that's not even an Irish thing?
Irish-American thing.
It's an American thing, isn't it?
Irish-American thing, so it kind of is. I just don't know any off heart.
Well, listen, let's go ahead and grab a pint, because this is obviously what they're known for. And what can we say that's sort of Irish as far as before we cheers? I mean, what do you say?
We'll have a quick sláinte and cheers to everyone.
What did you say? Cilantro?
Sláinte.
Sláinte. To your health. It sounds like cilantro. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
I'm going to have a sip in a second. But, guys, thanks for being a part of our town. Good stuff, Brian. We'll save you some.
Oh, I love it. It's great stuff. Can't wait to see you in just a bit. Cilantro, it sounds just as good as it, whatever they were saying there, too. Can't wait to come over there in just a bit. Jason, love being in your town. Also, love being here with the mayor of Waxhaw right now, Mayor Ron Pappas. Thank you so much for having us today and greeting us with this great red carpet that you have so far today.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for coming down and sharing you with us over here today. So
you got a lot going on.
We have a lot going on here in town. What we're sitting at, broadcasting at right now, is part of a downtown improvement that's been in the works for about 6 years, and we finally delivered that just a few weeks ago. We have our new downtown park that's happening now. It should be delivered in about 4 or 5 months. And we also have our town campus that it will house a new town hall and also house the operations center for both Public Works and our Parks and Rec department.
And then we've been talking about the Autumn Festival that's coming up this weekend. Tell us about that, because that's your biggest festival of the year, that you got a lot of events for the whole family to come out.
It's the biggest event of the year. It should draw 18,000, 20,000 people here. Every booth is filled. It will house here in this area where we're at now and on the other side of 16. And it should be a great event. We'll all be out there both days. It's Saturday from 11 to 6 and Sunday from 12 to 6.
It should be a lot of fun for everyone to come out here. You know, we were talking about growth here in Waxhaw. We always talk about this on Hometown with a lot of the suburban Charlotte suburbs, but nowhere more has you see a town that's grown more than Waxhaw. I remember coming out here looking for furniture with my wife 15, 20 years ago, and this is a place you went to get away from it all. That's not the case anymore.
No longer. I mean, people want to enjoy what we all enjoy here. We all move here for different reasons, and Waxhaw has just been a destination. And we do have to deal with issues of growth. Some of the stuff that we're dealing with now are the roadway systems, and those are probably 20 years behind, and so we're playing catch up with all that.
How do you play catch up with all that? Because that's what a lot of people will talk about, this growth. You got planned developments that are coming in here. How do you do it?
Well, it's planning. It's planning. And so what didn't happen before, catch-up planning.
The worst kind.
The worst kind. You don't want to come from behind unless you're a Super Bowl team. You want to come up from that way. But you do have to budget. You have to plan. You have to make sure that you have the revenue in place. With budgetary constraints that we have from Raleigh, we don't always get all the money we need, and the message from them is that we'll have to contribute more. And so we've been lucky in that, and the values of our residents. Real estate has gone up. That changes the whole ad valorem tax situation, which does contribute to our financial health.
Yeah, and also you're talking about some of the roads that you're talking about. You're part of the transportation planning boards around here in the state, and there's also been the talk about the beltway around here. It's been in the works for a while.
It's been in the works for more than 30 years. And yes, I do chair the Charlotte Regional Transportation Planning Organization. It's the largest one in the state, and we handle the pass-through money from the Fed through the state to the local regions here of Iredell, Meck, and Union County. And they are what they call overprogrammed, which I love that word, but $12 billion overprogrammed. So we have to kind of find our way with them in the budget and make sure that we have enough money to meet our needs. We do maintain a lot of the roadway systems here, and so it really does going to be budget.
Disgruntled homeowners.
Disgruntled homeowners. Everybody is dealing with, and I am too. I live here in the downtown area, and I have to deal with what we see every day, and it's frustrating. And a lot of it is because of maybe no vision or long-range planning to deal with this in 1992 when the STIP, the State Transportation Improvement Program, went into place for Waxhaw Parkway. Well, it needs to be done.
We will certainly stay on top of it along with you. And again, appreciate you having us out
appreciate
here
that.
in our hometown. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much.
Tara, we'll send it over to you.
All right, Brian, love hearing all about this town of Waxhaw here from you and Jason, and our storyteller Maureen Wirtz here coming up shortly here too. And glad we could come out on another nice weather day. We do have some clouds, cooler temperatures today, little bit of rain on the way. I'll tell you what neighborhoods could see it and when. That's next. Alicia.
All right, thank you, Tara. All those hometown stories and more. You're watching Carolina's Own Queen City News, the most local news in the Carolinas.
All right, welcome back to Queen City Hometown here, live from Waxhaw today. Maureen Wirtz, our final story here. As you always had some great stories, this one really captures the spirit of Waxhaw.
It does, Brian. There is so much going on here in Waxhaw. They're just exploding, but they haven't lost sight of what's important to them, because when it all comes down to it, it's all about heart.
Basketball saved my life.
With enough repetition.
Hey, look how it goes. Let's go, Austin. Dunk that, Austin. Dunk it.
It becomes instinctual.
Come on. Keep playing.
So when doubt.
Now handle this pressure, Becky. Handle the pressure.
And exhaustion settle in, there's still a way forward.
Sprint, break, sprint, sprint. Good slide, good slide.
Though this is Tamar Slay's
Pick up the tempo.
favorite part of basketball,
I tell my kids this all the time. Like, I love the process more than the games. Like, I love being in the gym by myself and just working so hard.
the drills that truly changed his life
There you go, that's much better.
were taught to him by someone on the sidelines.
She never complained, right? She never felt sorry for herself. She always figured it out, right? And that's a winner.
From 5 years old on, his life has been basketball. He was a high school basketball star who won a state championship and Player of the Year in West Virginia. On the court, he was unstoppable. But at home,
The candles were lit, and I remember seeing my brother that was really angry and upset and depressed. And my mom was kind of sitting down with her head down. That's when I started to take on the hero role. I'm getting my mother out of this, right? I'm getting her out of this. Like, we're not gonna suffer anymore like this. And probably need to, just give me a second there.
there were times with no power, no water, then eventually, no home.
If we had our power turned off, no matter we didn't have water, maybe we didn't have food to eat, she always found a way to win.
Tamar's mom, Phyllis, always pushed forward, so Tamar did too. He went from being homeless at 18, then to later playing in the NBA and Europe.
I changed the culture. I've changed the generational curse in my family. My dad is great now. Like, he's no longer in the streets. My brother owns his own company.
Now he's coaching his sons.
2 claps.
Along with dozens of other kids who just
Good job, young lady. Good job.
love basketball.
Good job. I've never told a kid no. Like I tell all my parents at every meeting that we have, if you have any issue with anything as far as what my price is, let me know.
At Slay Basketball, he gives out around 30 to 40 scholarships every year.
Stay in front of the ball. Good. Stay in front of the ball. Good job. You got it. No, that was good.
Coaching was never part of the plan.
No, Nikki, you're on offense now.
But what he learned over and over again
20% is technique. That's our job. But I can't bring your heart for you. You got to bring your own heart to the party, okay? I can teach you technique. You got to bring your heart. Is that a deal?
brought him here.
1, 2, 3.
Good job, guys.
So Tamar is opening another basketball location in Charlotte. He says this is some type of growth that he never thought was possible. And Brian, he says it's all due to his mom. She taught him how to lead with his heart, and you saw how that just changed his life completely. He was extremely inspiring, and he gives that speech at the end of every practice, and we were lucky we got to sit on it.
Oh, yeah, incredible to see him open up like that. A basketball player of that kind of stature, you never know what's really going on in somebody's life like that, and then you're going to be able to give so much back. Maureen, loved that story. Let's go to Tara right now, who has kind of moved locations. You are right where I see a lot of trains go by. What, that cool pedestrian bridge we were talking about earlier?
Yes, and if you were with us on Queen City News at 4, you heard that train going by too. You're looking at me from high above. The drone is looking down at me from over the Waxhaw, the old Waxhaw Railroad Bridge here, piloted by Ryan Miloff. And as we swing on around here and on the other side of the bridge and the tracks, this bridge, and as Brian talked about, I was talking with David of Waxhaw Railroading. You can check him out on Facebook, Waxhaw Railroading earlier. A lot of history, built in the late 1800s. For many years, it was a vehicle bridge, but back in 1951 it was narrowed, and now it's simply a pedestrian bridge joining Main Street to the other side of the tracks, where we have all these different restaurants and shops. We've got the Dream Chasers Brewery and the Creamery down below. I see Brian down below as well, where they have fresh made ice cream. I'm planning on checking that out for sure after the show here. And we are talking about the weather. We have got some pretty nice weather out here today, and we'll see if we can get those maps up for you here. Temperature change with the clouds rolling in. Yeah, we're running about 5 to 15 degrees cooler in most neighborhoods compared to yesterday. Those temperatures today mainly topping out in the upper 60s to only near about 70 degrees here. We've got those cooler upper 50s up in the mountains as well. So we're going to see if we can stop this here and get to that next graphic. But yeah, definitely a cooler day. Now, the clouds, a sign of more changes to come. Do we have any rain yet? Well, no, maybe a few sprinkles down through parts of upstate South Carolina, but a lot of that moisture, because as you know, it has been so dry lately, it's having a tough time actually making it to the ground. But we will eventually see some of that rain moving in, some scattered showers. And you know, Waxhaw is one of the areas where we can actually see some of that rain, because it's not going to be raining everywhere all through the area as we go into tonight. But we will get some of those scattered showers rolling through from time to time, mainly from Charlotte south and east into the overnight and early tomorrow morning. So let's head on over and see here. Well, yeah, it's having a tough time kind of advancing from map to map. So I'll basically just tell you what's going to be happening with the weather. You can see on radar right now, there's nothing really happening. A couple of sprinkles, as I said, possible off to the south, but we will see a few more showers rolling in later on tonight. It's not going to be anything heavy. You can see all that widespread heavy rain to the south there, but by the time it makes its way here, a lot of it's going to be shifting off to the east. So just a quick round of showers expected mainly south and east of Charlotte later on tonight. And then by tomorrow afternoon, you know what, 24 hours from now, it's actually going to be drier. It'll be the opposite of today. Today we saw increasing clouds, tomorrow increasing sunshine, with temperatures recovering back up close to 80 degrees. And we'll keep those highs in the mid to upper 80, or rather mid to upper 70s, right on into at least first half of the weekend on Saturday, before behind an incoming cold front, which by the way will bring us a much better chance of rain. We will see that cool down coming once again. So it's back to those highs in the 60s like we felt earlier in the week, and like we're feeling here today as well. We've had those highs in the upper 60s and early morning temperatures down in the 40s. So back to the chill early next week. Again, we will get some of that much needed rain coming in. Better chance for more of the area on Saturday. And we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to Waxhaw here for our hometown with our native of Waxhaw, Jason Harper. Great job. That was a lot of fun over there.
Man, this is great. I'm glad you guys are here. You got to come back. I mean, we're just, tap dancing around a couple of the highlights of our town, but we love it here. And my wife and I got a couple pictures that I want to show, because our family's here, whether it's school, whether it's the restaurants, the people, our friends. Antonio at Bistro de Antonio's, the people here, this is what makes Waxhaw, Waxhaw, Brian. And so if you ever get a chance, come spend more time here, and you're going to want to stick around. And listen, before you get out of here, as all the people do in Waxhaw, you got to leave with a sweet treat. So here's a little ice cream from our creamery, and I hope you're not lactose intolerant.
No, not at all. This is fantastic. This is what I'm talking about, the hospitality of coming to a hometown like this. Maureen, we've got a bottle of wine here, and then we got some nice little things for the creamery. This is awesome. Maureen, we'll send it over to you while we're going to indulge.
Oh man, I need to get back over to you guys. You've got ice cream and wine. Those are some of my favorite things, but really it has been so welcoming here in Waxhaw. We have had a great time, and next week we are heading to Pineville, and I have got some amazing stories there. We're going to talk a lot about the history of the area, but then there were really some surprising things. So there's still plenty to look forward to, but it has been such a wonderful time here in Waxhaw. Alicia, we've missed you out here, but I really want to go get to that ice cream that I think they have down over there.
Oh, I know, Maureen, because I don't know if you can tell, but Brian and Jason, they're eating the ice cream right now, and that wine, I have to say, is uncorked. Okay.
Oh, no.
Have fun.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Good
It is
stuff,
Wine
guys.
Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
Wine o'clock somewhere.
Right. Okay, Johnny Depp. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. It was great to have you, Jason. Brian, amazing job. Okay. Our whole team, they are having just such a good time in Waxhaw, and we are coming down the home stretch. Join us live for Queen City Hometown every 5 p.m. on Wednesdays during our newscast this whole fall. We want to mark your calendars, because we have Pineville, Shelby, Hamlet, Mount Holly, and then we're going to end our tour in the beautiful Mount Airy. And you can also just scan this QR code right there to be able to find out when we are coming to see you. You're watching Carolina's own Queen City News, the most local news in the Carolinas.